YouTube. What's good, family? What is good? Um, Welcome back to the channel, man. My apologies, y'all have not been pushing the content for you guys like I've been attempting to. It's been a crazy week in the news, crazy week for a lot of people's lives. You know what I'm saying? So, prayers to everybody that's going through something right now. That's for starters, because I know it looks wild across the world right now. So yeah, I'm not gonna drag this out though. I'm just here to shoot y'all that information I promised about Swift. So yeah, long story short, man, I chose to go with Swift as my first company uh, to work for. A lot of people was like, "Oh, you going with the Swifties?" Uh, yeah, it's a lot of companies out there that don't hire new CDL holders. So for me, I was just like, let me just get my foot in the door. Let me get some sense of the experience that I'm looking for. And so I'm gonna go with Swift. Part of the reason I chose Swift, reason one, um, they have they have what I call a pay bump, a veteran pay bump for time of service. Job that you did in the military. I was an 88 Mike in the military, aka a truck driver, heavy wheel operator, whatever you want to call it. So I was a truck driver in the military. So for that, they are giving me a pay bump. I called a couple of other companies. I was like, hey, do y'all offer pay increases, or do y'all offer incentives or anything like that for veterans who've already been in this system? Da 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 da. They was like, no, we don't. You start off at ground zero like everybody else. And for me, I'd rather have the information and the knowledge of the game first. But if I can get some more money out of it in the same sense, I'm going to do that. So yeah, man, there's that for me. I chose to just go ahead and go with um, Swift because they got that veteran pay bump. So I'll be getting paid more cents per mile uh, because I am a veteran who was a truck driver in the military. Reason two I chose to go with Swift was because they have what they call an apprenticeship program. Now, a couple of other mega carriers do have this program. They do have this apprenticeship program, and that's basically where they just take your GI Bill or your military benefits, and they pay that out to you over the course of a full year. So for Swift, you get paid an extra $250 per week or per check. Uh, and that goes towards they pull it from your veteran benefits. So extra $250 per check while I'm trucking, might as well do it. Make my numbers look a little bit better, make sure I'm, getting some of my money back. Because even though I'm in school right now, it works out perfectly. I won't be able to start the apprenticeship program until I'm actually in my own truck. So this is my last month in school, and this is also the month that I will be with a trainer. So I will be with a trainer until mid to end February. Uh, so there's that. So reason one was the pay bump because of my job in the military. Reason two, they got the apprenticeship program. Reason three, called a couple of these other companies, and I was asking them, how long are you with a mentor? How long are you with a trainer? OTR, because to be honest, a lot of these companies were only offering team driving. I'm not trying to do no team driving. I'm not trying to be stuck in the truck with a random person that I don't know from Adam that might be dirty or nowhere near as clean as me for a good 5 months, 6 months, or however long the training may be, for depending on the company. Swift they have two plans to get you behind the wheel with a mentor. The one that I didn't know about that they called me and informed me of was the Top Gun program. So the Top Gun program is basically you go into a classroom with some mentors or trainers. The two I had was super cool, so shout out to Alonzo, shout out to Tony. Them boys were super goofy. Them men were super goofy. They were super, light, super energetic, and they tried to keep it light because it was a classroom setting starting off. So yeah, you go into class with these guys, man, and you sit behind a simulator. You also work in the yard doing back maneuvers. So it's just like you go right back to CDL school. But the good thing about it is, even though it feels like, or it may feel like you're going back to CDL school, it's a little bit more advanced. Why? Because you have the simulators, one. Two, you actually are learning just the backing maneuvers, not that weak stuff you learn when you're in CDL school just to get your L. You actually learn, 45, 90, the serpentine, all of that stuff. You learn or you're supposed to learn those things when you're in this program, this Top Gun program. So, and if you complete the Top Gun program, when you complete the Top Gun program, it's not guaranteed, but it can reduce your time on the road with a mentor or trainer. So, what I mean by that is you go to this class for a week. Then, once it's complete, you have a minimum of 2 weeks that you do with a mentor. Could that be more? Could that be longer? Yes. It depends on your competency behind the wheel as a driver. It depends. It depends on your competency. It depends on your competency as an operator, as not just a driver or operator, but operating their entire system, operating their tablets, their or what they call the ELD. The moment you learn that, as well as become proficient behind the wheel, if you can do all of that in 2 weeks, you will have only spent 3 weeks in training total. So, yeah, I chose to go with the Top Gun program, but due to all of the ice and over of the roads up in Dallas, they canceled it. So now I am left to their mercy, and I have to go through their normal standard, which is a minimum of 4 weeks. A minimum of 4 weeks on the road with a mentor trainer. So that means I did my little 3 days of training through the Top Gun program for nothing. But I'm not tripping. Uh, at the end of the day, I'm still getting paid. So yeah, when you're on the road with a trainer, 4 weeks minimum, up to 6 weeks, but they try to keep it between 4 and 5 weeks, from what I was told. At the end of the day, like I said, it all depends on your competency as a operator. The moment you get better at driving or understanding a system, the moment you give yourself a chance to get out and get your own truck and upgrade. So yeah, there's that. So for me, uh, those are the three reasons why I chose to go with Swift. I wanted that pay bump because of my military experience. I wanted the apprenticeship program so I could make a little bit more, and then I wanted to be on the road as little as possible with the mentor. Not because I'm just this great truck driver or anything like that, but more so it's just I don't want to be in a truck with somebody who might be dirty, who might be, what I'm saying, who might not take care of themselves, or who might be just trying to get over for an extended period of time. So do your research, because these mentors are getting paid extra with you being on a truck. And there are mentors out there that are going to extort that. They will keep you on that truck longer, saying you are incompetent, you're not as well trained, or you need more time behind the wheel. And that may be true for a lot of new drivers, especially with the way it's been hella accidents going on lately. That is true for a lot of new drivers. But once you become proficient, you can tell them, hey, I feel confident enough to get behind this wheel by myself. Um, and so, yeah, some of the mentors will extort that and try to keep you behind the wheel for them for an extended period of time so that they can get that extra pay and do minimal work. So yeah, just keep that in mind, guys, when y'all out there looking for these new companies or these mega companies, mega carriers to work for, stuff like that. With that being said, man, like I said, I'm headed to the Dallas terminal to get started on day zero with my mentor, hopefully. So we're gonna see what that looks like. Hopefully it's not too bad. Hopefully I get a good amount of training under my belt, you know. Um, and hopefully I can get this content coming to you guys. I've been trying to manage, my personal life. I got a lot of, like I said, this is my last month in school before I graduate, and I'm literally I'm going to have to finish up the remainder of that on the road. So I will be doing weeks 2, 3, and 4 on the road to get my degree, to finish up my degree. I've been trying to push the content for my artist, make sure I get a lot of his stuff put together, because I'm gonna be on the road for a whole month, so we won't be able to record, we won't be able to create content, we won't be able to do a lot of things, and a lot of stuff that I gotta do behind the scenes, like edit and mix music and edit content and this, that, and the third. I can do that while I'm on the road. So we're trying to manage our content, keep it scheduled to push it out at a decent rate, a decent pace for him to grow, for him to get his stuff going. And then, like I said, I got my personal stuff that I got going on that I got to situate. So yeah, man, uh, we going with the Swifties, dog. We about to start it out with the Swifties. The goal is to do an entire year under Swift. Is that going to happen? You never know. I'm not gonna promise anything. One, because if I could find a way to navigate this trucking industry and create the time to continue to do what I'm doing for these artists that I'm working with, which is create that content, which is mix their music, which is put that out there to manage them in the sense that I'm managing, I'm gonna do that too. If I could do that and truck, I'm definitely going to do that. So yeah, man, we're going with the Swifties, and we are going to try to find a decent schedule to be able to operate in. I mean, if I'm home one day a week, I can get a lot of work done for these artists in one day. It's just gonna be a tight schedule, and I'm just gonna stick with that. So yeah, the route that I'm training on, the company's got different routes, and that's another reason why I chose Swift, is because when I was doing my research, when I was looking up other people's YouTube videos, whatever the case may be, they got flatbed, they got reefer, they got dry van, they got a multitude of ways you can work for them. And for me, if I want to jump around and get the experience between different, different types of trucking, I'd rather do that with one company versus jump company to company to company to company. It look like I'm job hopping. So yeah, we're gonna go with Swift. I'm training on a dedicated route, and I think it's a reefer route. I'm training on a dedicated reefer route, which will give me a pay increase if I become a reefer driver, which I want the money. So, and then like I said, if I can get a dedicated route off bat, that's a lot better than the regional that I was hired on for, and that would definitely be a lot better than the OTR that I don't care to do, but if I got to do it to get that training and experience under my belt, I will do. So yeah, man, my mentor, he seemed pretty cool. I haven't met up with him yet, um, but we talked over the phone a couple of times. I'm grateful because he actually answered the phone. A couple of people I was in class with, they couldn't get through to their mentors. They were like, yeah, I've been calling, he ain't answered the phone, or he just been texting me, this, that, and the third. So yeah, my mentor, anytime I've called him, he's answered the phone. So I'm grateful to him for that. He's already tried to give me a sense of knowledge, behind what the job entitles, all of that good stuff. So yeah, man, we're just gonna take it day by day. I'm gonna try to create content. Uh, I like respecting people's space, so I'm not going to push trying to create content when I'm with him. I'll more so do it when I'm either in the truck by myself, or when I get the chance to shower, or even when I'm up in a hotel for a week, or whatever the case may be, whatever comes with navigating this trucker world with while in training. And then I also still am trying to finish up school, so I'm prioritizing school just so I can get that out the way. I'm gonna jot my notes down for you guys, let you guys know what I see, what I learn as I'm training with Swift. Let you know the good, the bad, the ins, the outs, the whole nine, man. So I finally made it to my trainer slash mentor. We finally got situated with all of that. We done ran through pre-trip. type stuff. We done loaded up the truck with the gear that we taking with us for the road. Like I said, we are on a dedicated route. Um, so he make it seem like it's gonna be easy, like it's gonna be, you know, cakewalk or whatever. Um, they said they're starting me off slow. I guess since I'm under 50 hours, they say 50 drive hours. I'm currently gonna just be doing handoffs. So we pick up a load, we take it to somebody else, they take it the rest of the way. Um, I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot of stuff to learn on this log, this ELD log tablet or what have you. It's a lot of stuff to learn, but like I said, I'm here to learn. I'm here to get that experience, that training, so on and so forth. So yeah, the truck, man, super new, super nice. He says a 2024 Kenworth. It's not a lot of room, I would say. It's not a lot of room, but like for a solo driver, yeah, this thing is nice. I say the brake pedal super sensitive. It rides smooth so far that I know of. But yeah, brake pedal super sensitive. Everybody I've been talking to, they million mile or more drivers. Um, Even met a diamond driver. So yeah, I guess it's a lot of miles, a lot of knowledge in this game right now. So that's what we're gonna do, man. I got I don't have my trainer's in there doing the paperwork right now. I'm finishing up the paperwork, trying to double check on the trailer, and then we're about to hook up and hit the road to Colorado. That's where my first trip is going. My first trip's going to Colorado. I don't remember where. We're gonna start to remember when we get, more in tune with this trucking industry. But yeah, that's where we at with it right now, man. We're trying to figure it out. All right, YouTube. So yeah, I'm probably just I'm trying to make it as smooth as possible. I'm not too worried about it, like my video quality or whatever the case may be. I'm not trying to make it look like I'm just some super YouTuber or whatever. So I'm not trying to have y'all go watch 30 different videos of me prepping to get to where I'm at now, which is just I've driven for a day. I'm not trying to make it anything super crazy. So yeah, a few minutes ago, the video was about, me loading up the truck, whoop whoop wop. We hit the road, man. After we got our load, we ended up getting our load late. I was told for this route, they usually don't get any loads before 11 o'clock, which worked fine with me. So yeah, we ended up getting our load was scheduled for like, I want to say 1. We ended up getting it a little over an hour late. Um, and I was put in that driver's seat immediately. No games, no I'll drive, show you what to look for, what not to look for. No, it was literally, hey, you loading up the truck, you backing into the trailer. I'm gonna show you. Only thing I'm gonna show you is what to look for. I'm gonna double check and make sure you know how to hook up um, your air hoses, your electric line. What we got to mark up on our sheet for damages on trailers or whatever when we receive them. This, that, and the third. So I feel like my my mentor, he did right by, just giving me that walk through, that walk around, told me how to fill out some of the paperwork, told me how to log my hours, how to edit some of my hours when, like when I'm getting started, doing the whole pre-trip thing. That's a story for another time. But yeah, so we did the pre-trip, we checked everything. Uh, and me having the knowledge I had, I just went and did what I already knew how to do, making sure the kingpin was in, raised the legs, just little stuff, just try to make it seem like I'm already competent. Well, not make it seem like, but trying to show I already have like knowledge of the industry, this, that, and the third. Like I said, he's given my mentor's been giving me space. He hasn't been overcrowding. We've had some good conversations while we was on the road. Um, and yeah, I tripped from here out in Denton, wherever we picked up from, because the dedicated route we running for is Target. So I tripped from the Target factory. I think I did like 400 miles. Um, and then he took over and I got some rest. I did about 8 hours of driving, if I'm not mistaken. So if that's the equivalent of 400, I'm not quite sure. First day, I was trying to make sure I got paid for one. I was trying to make sure I understood how to get paid for two. Trying to make sure I knew what I was looking for in that logbook. So yeah, but I drove for about 8 hours. Then he took over, drove the rest of the way. Uh, I was supposed to be getting some sleep while, he did the second end, the back end of it, because the total mileage one way was 650 miles or 625 miles. So in one trip or in one load, we got, even though it was a handoff load, we did 1,250 miles. So yeah, he did the night driving um, while I got some sleep. He texted me. He told me to set my 10-hour reset clock. And when I woke up, seen a text message from him because he was knocked out. Like, hey, yeah, we just gonna leave it this time. So I don't know if this is the normal way to run, but just readjusting times, not being stiff on time. I guess I won't say he's not being stiff on time. I guess it's just because he's been running this route so long. He knows what's okay and what's acceptable, what's not, especially considering it was a split off route or handoff or trade off, whatever it was, because we did end up picking up to another trailer and coming back. So whatever the case that was, man, that's what we did. I got some sleep while he drove back to the same spot that we switched off at, and then I ended up driving all day back to our terminal here in Denton. And then when we got back, he asked me, "Hey, do you know how to back, or do you need some direction?" And me already knowing, plus being a little bit cocky and confident, and let me go ahead and figure it out. And so he did that. He let me figure out the back end. It only took me a couple of tries. The first time, I went back, I didn't scoot up far enough to turn my trailer. Rookie mistake, but hey, we live and we learn as we navigating this trucking industry. So, and then it's not like, what I'm saying, I've been out here driving trucks for 20 years. So uh, I don't think I did too bad, on the back end. He let me back it up. Let me make sure I got it right. He gave me his pointers while I was doing so. Uh, and yeah, man, I ain't hit nothing on the first backup. I'd have heard the horror stories of people hitting stuff on the first backups and on many more backups. So yeah, it was just a smooth transition, man. So from what I was told, I will be doing handoffs or trade-offs, trailer trade-offs for until I hit 50 hours of drive time on this route. And then after that, we will be running sort of like a team dynamic. Now, do I want to run a team dynamic? Hell no. I didn't sign up for teams. And I also know that that's how he's going to increase his pay. They pay him a bonus by mileage, and they pay him a bonus for training. I know he's trying to maximize how much he can get paid. We had the discussion too. I think it's like $2,000 extra a month. You can get $2,000 extra a month for being a mentor, and so long as you make your miles. So I'm like I said, I'm not knocking it because hey, for one, we got to get the training anyway. For two, as long as the mentors is not screwing you over in the long run, man, just run the miles. It's experience. You're gonna be doing it sooner or later, but make sure they do right by you in the same sense. That they make sure you get the proper rest. And if you don't feel like you're not getting the proper rest, as a rookie driver, speak the hell up, speak up. Because I'm not gonna lie, even on my first trip, I ended up driving into the night, and I got a little bit of that lag in me for a quick second, but then I bounced back because I've been doing this for a while. I just did my stretches, popped my sunflower seeds for a little bit, and then got back to it. And we ended up driving through. Tip, yo, if you end up driving for a long time, try to make sure you can find small city routes on your route, because that'll wake you up. Having to stop for gas, getting your 30-minute break to step off and get gas, refuel. Um, Whatever the case may be. So yeah, I ended up waking up when we took a 30-minute break, went got some fuel, went to the restroom, stuff like that. Came back, I was good the second half all the way up until it was time for our trade-off. So yeah, um, don't let the mentors play with you, man. But make sure you do what you need to get the proper training, because it's dangerous out here, man. People swerving, People not paying attention. I seen like 3 people literally with their phone mounted, like literally where you could see it. They phone mounted. They watching TikToks and movies and stuff like that. Like, you on the road, man. Focus on the road. So yeah, y'all make sure y'all be safe out here. Y'all get the proper training. Y'all learn what y'all need to learn and just keep trucking, because it's a thing, man. But I'm not going to hold this video up too much longer. I think this is going to be the last little stitch that I put together. This was me driving to or driving from my house to the Dallas terminal, loading my truck or getting ready to take off, pre-tripping with my truck, and then day one of me trucking out on the road. We made it back the next day. So I came up here Saturday, drove Saturday, drove back Sunday, and we pick back up tomorrow where we left off. So I'm gonna try to create some more content, get a piece together for you guys, and girls. But you know, I got this homework I gotta knock out. So we're gonna see how that do. Y'all pray for the kid, man. We trying to focus while we trying to transition into a new space, so we could do better and be better for our family, man. That's what we out here doing it for. Word of advice, rookie drivers, man. I know a lot of these companies, you hear a lot of bad stuff about these mega carriers and these companies and stuff like that, man. But at the end of the day, you got to find something for the long run. And yes, the CDL is a gold mine. You can jump company to company, find that lucky company that's going to pay you good, you know, that's going to give you the miles, whatever the case may be. But sometimes it's not always beneficial to take that short route. I know these people up here, people be like, Swift don't make money. No, I've officially seen paychecks of people making 100+ K, you know, running the miles that they run, getting the bonuses that you can get from Swift for being a safe driver, for doing the little 10-minute online courses that they have you do to go towards your bonus, for completing your mileage. That's 3 cents per each accomplishment. Mileage, you get a penny bonus. Completing the courses online, you get a penny bonus. And safety, you get a penny bonus. And then if you hit those 3 categories, you could get like an extra 2 or 3 cents on top of that. So you can make up to 6 cents extra per mile just by accomplishing these things with the company. And all of that stuff goes towards, you know, your bonus. And like I said, that's not even mentioning becoming a mentor, where you can make an extra $800 a month on your paycheck, not including mileage. So I think it's $800 or more. I think it's $200 or $250 per week, something like that. So yeah, man, y'all just, sometimes it's not always good to, you know, just bounce just because something is uncomfortable, unfeasible, and a temporary. I'm saying that, and I might be making a video 3 weeks from now saying I quit Swift. But, you know, we just gonna take it day by day. We're going to try to stick with the company. We're going to try to find the good in everything. We are going to find the good in everything. We're going to make it work. We're going to make it last. We're going to make it a successful, happy trucking career for at least a year with Swift if we can, God willing. So yeah, y'all keep me in your prayers. I do the same for y'all. And I appreciate y'all for watching this video, man. Y'all stay safe. Peace.